the macaws. Macaws are small to large parrots that are often colorful. Large, dark beaks and relatively bare, light-colored facial patch areas distinguish macaws. A macaw's facial feather pattern is as unique as a fingerprint. Some of the macaw species are known for their impressive size as well.
Now I have a very special friend with me all the way from Brazil. And no guys, he is not any human, a normal human being, but he is this very cute golden Kenyor parrot whom I have on my hand. Now this fellow is just a few years old and he's all the way from Brazil. And he looks quite smart, doesn't he? And notice the best thing about his plumage is the bright yellow color, the bright yellow feathers that he has on his body. Now if this fellow, he's going to take me on a trip around the world. From Brazil we're going to go to Africa next, where we have this African grey parrot that you see here. Now this African grey parrot does also belong to the same parrot family, and he's feeling a little cold, I think, because as you can see his body is shivering, but he does have that majestic grey plumage, the majestic grey feathers which can normally be seen on these African grey parrots that you can find in Africa, but you can also find them in Nama, Bengaluru. Okay, now my friend from Brazil is getting a little intimidated, and with good reason too, because guys, we have these two brilliant specimens, these two other friends all the way from South America, and guess what, they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Now this is a male blue and yellow macaw, and that is a female blue and yellow macaw. Now the macaws are very well known for their the myriad of colors that they have on their body. The feathers, if you notice, now this macaw has a brilliant mixture of light blue and dark blue feathers, and on the chest, on his neck and on the breast area, if you can see, he has a lot of yellow feathers as well. On the top of his head is a mixture of green and blue. And folks, he does have a very, very sharp beak, doesn't he? And these are some of the exotic birds, some of the very special birds that you can find here in Nama, Bengaluru. So my friend from Brazil here wants to show me around, wants to show me all the yummy food that he and his friends from South America and Africa eat. So I'm just going to go with him and I'm just going to check out what's there to eat for him today.
Though these macaws are gorgeous to look at, they are quite high-maintenance pets. A macaw mustn't be given just any ordinary cage. This beautiful creature has certain requirements when it comes to its home.
Hello. 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 Hello.
First of all, as an owner, he needs to be responsible for the birds, and when it comes to the formation of cages, it should be adequate space should be there. Say about the dimension should be, say, 6 feet wide, say about the height of another 6 feet, and say about the width should be about approximately around 4.5 feet. And it should be placed in such a way wherein the adequate supply of air should be there, and the dust formation or any disturbance should not be there for these birds.
Just like how a macaw cannot be put in a normal, ordinary cage, they also need a special diet which can make them look majestic, colorful and healthy. We went with a yellow fellow from Brazil to have a look at their favorite food.
Hello? Okay, you're hungry, Mr. Brazil? I think Mr. Brazil here is very hungry, and I have a treat for him, this bird treat, which I think he is not very enthusiastic to eat, but come on, come on. Okay, not my finger. Okay, so apparently Mr. Brazil feels that my fingers tastier than this bird seed feed that I have in my hand. So Mr. Brazil is not the only one who likes... Okay, he's really hungry, guys. You're hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Okay, I guess not. Okay, so Mr. Brazil likes to eat food like this. Not only Mr. Brazil, but the blue and golden macaws that we saw there, the African grey macaws, the African grey parrots that we saw there, they like to eat a mixture of seeds like this. Now, this is the special bird feed that is fed to all the exotic birds that you can find in Nama Bengaluru. Now, this bird feed contains a mixture of seeds, like it contains pulses, it contains grams, it contains sunflower. And sunflower seeds are a very important part of the diet of these birds. And this feed is what is given to the birds if you want them to look healthy, if you want them to look magnificent, like those blue and gold macaws we saw there. So I'm just gonna go and give Mr. Brazil his bird feed here. Do you want it? Do you want it? Yes, he does want it. Okay, I dropped it. Okay, so just like that, Mr. Brazil and all those other exotic birds out there like to eat a mixture of these bird seeds. And that's what they like to eat. So let's just go and see what they like to play with. Shall we go and play, Mr. Brazil? Come on.
Most probably over here, as you would be knowing that you would have these canary seeds, rape seeds, and even you would move on to sunflower seeds and the safflower seeds. Except avocado, most probably they would feed on anything, and fruits mainly, since they are from the tropical region. So fruit would be my best bet.
It's indeed very important to provide the right cage and food for macaws, as they are not originally from tropical regions. But medical care is equally important, as there's a lot they have to adapt to in Bengaluru conditions. So what are the health risks and solutions involving macaws?
The main disease which for every aviant, any bird flying in the air would carry is a canker. And this prevention can be achieved, say, in a matter of just 5 days, where in India we get a medicine called Flagyl. When we mix it in a proportion of 5 ml per liter, we are able to cure this particular disease. And apart from canker, we have diseases such as cochlearitis, and we move on to respiratory problems, which is a big trouble, wherein there are 2 types of respiratory diseases. One is chlamydia and the other one is mycoplasma. So the medicines for these are, we can go for the respiratory problems. The best medicine is Neodox, or you would be getting even in our human medical medicine called Doxet. And for the cochlearitis, the best medicine to go for would be an Amprolium. And apart from these 2 diseases, we have another deadly disease called the paratyphoid, or PMV, which needs to be vaccinated, and that is the best method to make sure that these birds do not fall sick at all.
And just like any other human being, macaws love their toys as well. You can find a lot of options in the markets like pedestals, where macaws can perch or do their stunts on. What about the other toys for these bright feathered entertainers?
Well, all work and no play does seem to make Mr. Brazil a dull boy. But Mr. Brazil does not have to worry here, because like all his other friends, he also has a lot of choice for bird toys that you can find in Nama Bengaluru. For example, Mr. Brazil, do you see this toy here? Yes, this pretty toy is something that you and your feather friends can play with. Now, this wooden toy has the appearance of a natural forest look. It has all these various colored wooden pieces standing out, which can be hung on any hook in your house or in the garden, and your bird and your feathered friend can just perch on top of any of these wooden planks that are kept here. Now, the best thing about this particular toy is that it's colorful, it's bright, and it looks very natural, and it's the perfect place for your birdie friends to hang out. And if you move on, you have another particular toy here that would catch the attention of a lot of birds. Now, if you see this is some sort of swing on which the birds can stand in, and it's very nice. It's made out of a soft cotton, this wool type material, and this swing can be kept out on the porch. Like I mentioned before, it can be hung on any sort of hook, and the birds can just stand here and they can just swing to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. And now, Mr. Brazil, there are a lot of other toys too that you would like this jingle bell type thing. It's very fancy, it's very blingy, and it has these cute little bells. And I'm pretty sure you would like to play with the bells also, right? And these bells, folks, these colorful bird toys can also be hung anywhere in the house, absolutely anywhere, in your room or in the living room, in the dining room, or even in the garden or on the porch. And this is something else that Mr. Brazil might like. Mr. Brazil and Mr. South America, how do you guys like this particular toy? You like it? Okay, I think he does like this particular toy. See? He likes it. He likes the toy, and this toy is very cute. It's very bright, and the best thing about this toy is that it has these colorful bells which jingle, which attract the attention of birds as well. And now the last toy that would be perfect for your birdie friend is this perch. Now this perch is colorful, it's cute, and it's extremely convenient, folks. You can use it anywhere whatsoever in the house. And these are just some of the toys that you can find for your birdie friend in Bengaluru.
Well, these were the exotic macaws in Namma, Bengaluru. So if you folks want one of these beautiful feathered wonders in your homes, be prepared to look after them like you would with your own children, because they are very special.
Well, who knew that you could find such cool birds here in Namma, Bengaluru? And I'm pretty sure that my bird friends here with me agree that birds make excellent pets. And that's because they are not only visually appealing, but very entertaining and very smart as well. With camera person Raghu, this is Shatira for News 9, Bengaluru.